What's it all about? And I know what it's all about because I know that Ellen and I have a special child who was given to us to show what love and caring is really all about. See, I can't tell anybody who doesn't have a family member about the thank yous that you get from somebody who cannot speak. Can't say a word, can't even cry. But he has intelligence, he has feelings, and he is here for a purpose. And his purpose was, as I feel, that he gives Ellen and I a feeling of love that nobody else could ever understand. Whether it's holding your hand when you're feeding him, or putting his head on your shoulder, and you smile because you know we're giving Ricky a happy day. And that's what life is really all about. But we have a job to do. And our job, and I know that's one of the reasons that I'm up here, was to be able to put a face on our special children and the families that support them, to make people understand that they're entitled to have all the important quality of life, dignity, and respect, and that people should understand that that's what government is really all about. It's not about how many dollars you can save. It's about how can you serve the needs who need it the most vulnerable population. And we have problems, but I want to tell you, the Assembly, look what we got done. And the year before, look what we achieved. $90 million coming out of the budget of the state of New York for Office of People with Developmental Disabilities. You understand the consequences? You understand this money was taken from not-for-profit agencies? Look what happens in state facilities. Are you kidding me? Who's doing the hardest job in the world? Parents, of course, but those direct caregivers who work 2 jobs, and we've been involved for over 50 years. These people work 2 jobs, and they make $9, $10, or $11 an hour.
That's right.
And the answer really is, hey, they're good at what they do. And those parents who do not have access to their children, who is the surrogate person giving love and care to our most vulnerable, needy people? Direct caregivers. And they love the people that they're there serving. And they do a wonderful job. But you know what? They can't afford to do their job anymore, so they're going to leave. And who's going to take their place doing the most difficult job in the world? Well, we in the Assembly, last year, when I found out the budget did not contain money for a COLA, the last COLA that we gave was $206, and they got 2%. 2% of $9 an hour, $10 or $11 an hour. It was supposed to be for 3 years. Well, they got it for 206. They did not get it for 207, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, or 14. And we say, wait a minute. These people are going to leave. Who's going to take care of our loved ones? And the answer really is, we had to do something about it. I want you to know, Democrat and Republican in the Assembly, in 2 hours I got 100 signatures. We're going to fight for this COLA. The Speaker, Shelley Silver, took it, and he fought the fight for us. Because I want you to know this. The governor said he wasn't going to do it. It wasn't in the budget. And the Senate, they said it was going to be in the budget. But when we did a budget resolution, there were no dollars next to it. So are you going to support this? Yes. Was there any money? No. We got it done. I want you to know, because the Associated Press and the Times and the media picked up and said, this is amazing. This is amazing. Do you realize that January 1st, because of the efforts of your elected officials in the Assembly that inspired this, and with the governor's staff working with us, we achieved getting 130,000 people a raise this January. April, next April, another 2% raise, and that'll be for the entire staff. The first raise is for direct caregivers only. The next one is for professional staff, clerical staff, nurses, everybody who is handling our kids. So listen, it's not a lot of money, but it would not have happened if it weren't for you being involved in advocating. Now, let's talk about the front door policy. All right? 12,000 people on a waiting list.
No more waiting!
No more waiting! Out of those 12,000, we have 4,000 4,000 that are in critical need. What does that mean? Well, I'll tell you what it means, because Ellen and I deal with parents all the time from all over the state. But I had them from all over Long Island in my office. And they spoke to me. You know, one of the school was covering them before they aged out, if you will. They had programs, they had resources available, support services available. They got up and they went to a program, and the parents had a happiness knowing that their children or their loved ones are really now getting resources that are going to help them to be part of our life, our social system. They're communicating, they're out of the house. And wait a minute, now that you're aging out, we're going to cut off this program. What are you talking about? Who's going to be able to take care of a 21-year-old person, a man, a young man or a young woman who has all of the needs that are necessary, no matter what the diversity might be, every part of the spectrum, the autism, the behavior, it's very diverse. And parents and families can't do this by themselves. They have jobs, some of them, and they're trying to support their kids and their family. And what's going to happen now is there's nobody there to take care of their kids. So government is not doing what they have to do. If the schools and everything provided the resources that we wanted, they had a place to go. Why stop it? Why isn't there a resource available? Why aren't the programs from mental health working with state ed to really understand and prepare, so we don't have a situation where on Long Island we have 400 people aging out and we have 40 beds? 40. What's going to happen to the other parents and families? Well, we'll get a voucher and you find the program for your kids. It doesn't happen that way. So we're here to awaken government to be aware that the object of government is to meet the needs of the most vulnerable population, the people that need it the most, and that we are a resource. Because I want you to know that every child born has an opportunity to develop to their fullest potential, and they give so much back.